Hello everyone, and welcome to another OddsChecker.com/US preview of Monday Night Football. We have an absolutely fantastic game for us on Monday night. My name is Mattek from SportsGrid.com, and we are here to preview the Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. Right now, the Ravens are favored at -3 points. For most of the week, you probably could have gotten this at -3.5 for the Ravens or +3.5 for the Kansas City Chiefs if you were looking to get that hook. Right now, the Chiefs are +150 on the money line, -167 for the Baltimore Ravens. The total for this game is 53.5, and I think that this is probably going to be one of the best primetime games that we get all year. We have Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, Lamar Jackson, the 2019 MVP. The Kansas City Chiefs were the Super Bowl champions last year, where the Baltimore Ravens were actually the favorites to win the Super Bowl for much of the season. These two teams actually have played each other in each of the last 2 years. However, both of those games took place in Arrowhead, and the Kansas City Chiefs won both of those games. Now, does that necessarily mean that, the Chiefs are for sure better than the Ravens, that Lamar Jackson is better than, or that Patrick Mahomes is better than Lamar Jackson? No, of course not. However, we are going to be taking the Kansas City Chiefs and the points in this game, and it doesn't really have to do with much of, failings that we are projecting for Lamar Jackson, thinking that the Kansas City Chiefs coaching staff is better than the Baltimore Ravens coaching staff. It really isn't anything like that. It's a very simple proposition. If for the rest of Patrick Mahomes' career, you were just to bet on him every single time he was an underdog, every single time that the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid were giving points, and you just chose to bet on those teams in those scenarios, you would come out ahead, because generally speaking, Mahomes and Reid are really only going to be underdogs when the market is underestimating, not accounting for just how brilliant Patrick Mahomes is. And, I tend to think that that is a mistake. And even if that was not true, I think that, basically another thing is 3.5 points, 3 points, it's really just too much. Baltimore was the number 1 team in total DVOA last year, but Kansas City was number 4. It's not like these two teams were in entirely different degrees of competition in 2019. I would say the Ravens have certainly looked better than the Chiefs in 2020. We have seen Patrick Mahomes really struggle against the Chargers. He had a very low average depth of target game against the Houston Texans, whereas we saw the Baltimore Ravens steamroll over the Houston Texans and over the Cleveland Browns in weeks 1 and week 2. Would it surprise me if the Ravens covered in this game? Would it surprise me if Lamar Jackson looked like an MVP in this game? Of course not. However, we are going to be taking the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to be taking the points and just sort of feeling that that is, the quote-unquote sharp side of this wager. I also think that it's worth taking the Kansas City Chiefs on the money line. As far as the total, I would definitely lean under here. We tend to see these public games, Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, the over gets really juiced up by kind of more public bettors, and I actually think that both teams would kind of like to get out of here with like a 21-14 style win. So, the only one that I am actually betting myself is definitely going to be the Kansas City Chiefs +3.5 points, +3 if you are looking to bet that right now. So everyone, for Mattek from SportsGrid.com, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out OddsChecker.com/US for all of the best available odds, no matter what you're gambling on.